Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today, we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, specifically the best exit strategy. Now, what better time to do this than now, as things are really starting to heat up? We are going to address this, and not only is this about XRP either, by the way. I have an exit plan that I go into every single major investment in this market with, and I'm going to really kind of tell you guys about it today, and I'm going to share with you guys a ton of information. So if you guys aren't already subscribed to the channel, by the end of this video, if you guys did learn something new, or maybe you just found the content interesting, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on, because over 50% of you are not subscribed, and that is crazy to me because we have been giving out free alpha for so long. We've been going over incredible opportunities in this market. We've been focused on everything around this market. So yeah, definitely don't miss out on future updates. And also for all those XRP holders out there, if you guys have been enjoying the overall market, definitely hit that like button and also comment down below how you guys are feeling. So it is officially past the weekly candle close. I am recording this a little bit ahead of time, so this is the price action leading up to the weekly candle close. Very slow, very sideways. By the time that it does happen, most likely things have changed. Although one thing that I have been focused on is still gains across the altcoin market. On the 7-day span, we still have some triple-digit figures here, and also when we look at the global crypto market cap, we are nearing the $1 trillion dollar area, which is very exciting. Now, I do want to bring everybody back down to earth because, listen, emotions, they could kill you. When we look at things happening around this market, I do have, I'm 50-50 right now. Very bullish long term. Short term, I'm very cautious. Listen, I want you all to be able to prepare for anything. I want you guys to prepare for, 50% plus candles and be able to be numb, because that's how you succeed in this game. From Anbessa100, which if you guys don't follow him over on Twitter, he's an incredible technical analyst. We do see Bitcoin. Only a broadening wedge breakout will cause a macro reversal. This last leg down is max pain scenario. More important is Bitcoin near macro resistance. Price action is expected 6 months ago. If I demand it, the market follows. Now listen, this is the max pain scenario. Is this guaranteed to happen? Not necessarily, but this is what Anbessa actually talked about back here in October. He was talking about this possibility of Bitcoin running to about like 26K almost, all the way back down to like 10K. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking, there's no way this is going to happen. There's no way this is going to happen. And again, listen, it doesn't need to happen. It's just the idea of expecting the opposite of what everyone else is telling you. It doesn't mean that you have to go out and sell all your altcoins and, sell right now just so that you can buy later. No, that's not necessarily the factor. We do see not expecting this kind of volatility, but adjust your risk at macro resistance, because we are at major resistance. Here we're actually looking at a different area of macro resistance, though. We're actually looking at a lower area, but we could run to the 25K region and still have that downtrend happen. But on the other hand, we could also be starting the wave 5 to new all-time highs that I just talked about in a recent video, and this is posted by Credible Crypto. I'm hedged for either scenario. A lot of people are actually scolding me because I talked about on Twitter how I'm 60% in positions, 40% still on the sidelines with capital. Do I feel bad about that? Absolutely not. Listen, if we see an 100K plus tomorrow for Bitcoin and altcoins, going parabolic, I'm still 40% in stablecoins. I'm fine. I'm 60% in positions, and those 60% positions could create incredible wealth for me. So why would I care about, dispersing that 40% immediately? I'm prepared for either scenario because I have 40% still on the sidelines if we do see something like this, but I'm also 60% in to see something like this. Meaning, we don't know what's going to happen next. Nobody knows what's going to happen next exactly. All we know is that right now we are hedged for either scenario. Now, why do I believe that wave 5 could happen? Right? We're focused on big things, right? We're focused on money that's on the sidelines. From Income Sharks, we actually do see here, what's crazy about the stock market right now is there is literally trillions of dollars sitting in cash / market mutual funds and short-term bonds. These people just waiting to get back into equities. Buyers are still sidelines, sellers are exhausted. We do see investors have 4.6 trillion stashed in U.S. money market mutual funds, which is crazy. So when we look at this, right, there's a large amount of money still waiting to pour into crypto and even equities, which are risk-on assets or asset classes. And also, we recently just seen BNY Mellon with $43 trillion. Yeah, they're even saying ignoring crypto would be like sticking with paper and not adopting a computer. So again, when we really kind of look at what's happening around this market, there is some big players extremely bullish on crypto, which again tells me that when we look at the macro, it's going to be an incredible time to be in this market going forward. For those that are concerned, right? For those that are concerned about the market moves, you know, maybe you just didn't accumulate for the last couple of weeks, couple months where we were in like a very, very bearish time frame. And maybe you're still sidelined with a bunch of cash instead of assets, which again, it's all on how you perceive the market and how you had, you know, this market playing into your favor. Honestly, I would argue that we had a lot of time to accumulate. We had a lot of time to prepare for either scenario to happen. And you know, this is why I stress it so much on this channel. And, you know, BNY Mellon with $43 trillion assets under custody is not the only major bullish company out there. Remember, just BlackRock going back to the summertime, which was a big warning sign of what's to come. They added Bitcoin to their $15 trillion global allocation fund. Trillions of dollars to flow into the market. And this is talking about Bitcoin, and this is from a Bitcoin maxi, Simon Dixon. But nonetheless, right, you know, these are the names that are extremely bullish around crypto. And even recently, we've seen Larry Fink just say on CNBC he looks forward to crypto and the day all stocks and bonds are tokenized, which this is becoming, you know, a trend now. So when we look at this market, yeah, I'm very, very bullish. But let's talk about the exit plan, right? The best exit plan for XRP. So I treat XRP like any other asset when I'm investing into it, meaning I know that XRP will most likely hit a very high price, which we will talk about, but I treat it as if it's only going to its all-time high, right? I treat it as if it's only going to the lowest outreach, because that allows me to accumulate as much XRP as possible. That way, when it does go to $5, $10 plus, guess what? I'm well positioned and I created incredible wealth, opposed to me preparing for one specific target that may not even be met. So we will address this, but I do think that this tweet here from Sugarcoat is incredible, right? Because of not the tweet itself, but because of the ideal behind this, right? The idea behind this and the ideal situation around XRP is perfect. We do see my current XRP strategy for next bull run. Buy like it'll only hit $10, so have enough where you're happy if that's the max price. Sell like it might reach $30 to $50 and keep a bag in case it goes to infinity and beyond. This way you cover all the bases. This is the focus, right? When we look at things happening around this market, one thing that I've looked at is, one, XRP is at resistance here and it wants to retest it. It is actually looking pretty strong here. I would argue that will most likely come back up into this demand range up here and retest resistance. So my target right now for XRP is at roughly like 44 cents. And this would retest major resistance as well, and also into support. But when we look at XRP, I'm looking at it at the long term, right? We don't really care about current price action. I've talked about my areas that I'm interested in it. If we do see a major pullback in the markets, roughly around like 22 cents to 25 cents. But let's look at the perfect exit strategy. And I've outlined this many times on this channel. I already even have the all-time high circled here. Prepare like this is the only area that will be hit. It doesn't mean that we're only expecting the all-time high to be hit, but I'm just saying prepare as if this is the only area that gets hit. A perfect example of this, and yes, I know that the SEC has stifled price action, is everyone was preparing for $10 when we hit just $2. I'm telling you, right now, in this market, you want to make sure that you have enough XRP. That way, at the lowest area of interest in price action, you made incredible wealth. Remember what I've said time and time again on this channel. If you have an X amount of goal and you want to hit that and you have to go to $50 on XRP instead of going to $5, what do you think is the more likely scenario in the short term? That's how I always look at it. Now, what's my plan of action with XRP? Well, mainly full focus, getting the initial investment out. A lot of people scold me for saying this, but in my opinion, getting your initial investment out is a great way to fully de-risk yourself. Now, a lot of people have asked me, Nick, where do you usually pull your initial investment out? 2 to 5x. I'll put it on the board here. A 2 to 5x for my initial investment out. At that point, I am fully de-risked. I have no risk tied to that position besides me selling too late. My initial investment's already out. The rest is just free to ride. Now, when we look at what's next, well, we target things. First off, let's target the recent high, $2. Okay, so anywhere within here, let me draw the rectangle. Anything within here is a great little selling point. Now, do you need to sell here? Absolutely not. Listen, your next target on XRP could easily be $10. And honestly, I would be targeting $10 if I had my initial investment out, which guess what? We do. But if you want to be a little bit more conservative and, de-risk even more and get profit out, then this is where you would be looking at selling a small portion. But prepare for anything to happen. To me, if we've been waiting this long and XRP doesn't go to like $10, it's just not worth it. When I look at $10, I look at it as the next level of major interest for XRP. I've talked about this many times, even when we look at the let me go over here to the actual regular fib scale level. I've talked about this on the regular fib based levels on the macro. This is the macro, mind you. So within the macro, right, the 4618 would be about $16. This is a very common fib level that most altcoins really kind of outreach to. But XRP is a little bit higher, sitting at $16. So what I've been focused on is the levels between the $16 range, meaning we focused on the 2618 at about $9.20 to roughly $15. So anywhere within that range, to me, we can actually look at this real quick. Let me bring the rectangle out. Anywhere within this range is perfect to me personally. I think that this is an incredible hold opportunity because listen, even from our recent lows, and I'm going off the mean here, the level that most people had the opportunity to buy, I'm not going to go off the exact bottom. To the $9 range, this would be about a 28x opportunity. And to my $15 range, this would be about a 45x opportunity. Would you be upset with that? Or are you expecting much higher price action to $100 plus because you've seen a chart over on Twitter that is telling you that $100 is programmed and it's inevitable and it's going there overnight, right? Because again, we have to separate emotions and what we think we want. Because I could easily pull up a chart of Bitcoin and say, I want Bitcoin to go to $1 million, and that's where I believe it's going to go, and that's what I'm holding for. You know how long I will be holding Bitcoin for? For a while. When we look at XRP and when we look at this market, we want to get our money, and we want to get it out. That way we could reinvest it. Now, again, to cover all bases, very similar to what Johnny is saying over here, what we want to do is we want to keep a bag in case any price action is welcomed. So when we look at this, right, we want to make sure that we are selling at any target that we have. Listen, you could have a target of $5, you could have a target of $10. Wherever your sell plan is, so like first off, my sell plan, I have my initial investment out, so my next level, I've said this time and time again on this channel, my level is $10 to $15. That is the range that I feel very comfortable selling my XRP at, because at that point, I feel like I've made incredible wealth opportunity. My initial investment out, it has been out. To be honest with you guys, I'm going to be transparent. Most of my initial investment out back here is gone. My initial investment right now, though, I have been averaging in. I've told you guys, and I've been looking for a lower price action for a while, waiting to see if we see it. But I will be exiting my initial investment out either at 92 cents or, if we do see it, the $2 range. And do you see why it's important to have the 2 to 5x opportunity run? Because the 2 to 5x opportunity run is selling major resistance and also selling the recent high, which tells me, hey, we de-risk. We have our initial investment out. That way, if we do have, okay, a puke situation where the price action just pukes down, then guess what? We get to buy low again with our initial investment. Very, very simple. So we either double our bag, maybe we don't even double it. Maybe we just have, a little bit more because we were able to buy at a support range. That's why I always say, like, initial investment out is perfect. That way you're not putting more capital in. But nonetheless, whatever your goal is, mine is 10. I will be selling within the $10 to $15 range. If we do see $15, that will be incredible. If we do see the $16 range, incredible as well. But I will be selling here, but I will be expecting the higher fib base levels to be hit, like $28, $32, and possibly even higher. So I will still have a bag of XRP for those levels up there. I will also have a bag for the inevitable future, wherever the price action does go, because I am expecting at some point in time we do hit $100 plus. So I will definitely hold a long-term bag of XRP that is already locked away. I already had that planned ahead of time, just to be fully transparent with you guys. So that is fully locked away in my ledger. And I'm not touching it, and I don't want to touch it, and I won't be touching it for at least a while, probably 20-30 plus. So I do have that bag locked away. I'm going to be getting my initial investment out. I told you guys, very transparent on the levels as well. I'm not going to lie to you here. I'm not going to tell you guys, like, listen, I'm not selling here. No, I'm going to hold until $10, which I think is the most ridiculous thing ever, because again, most of the people that bought back here in the March of 2020 drop, or even the SEC drop, they were waiting. They were getting very greedy, and we hit an incredible resistance zone, and nobody wanted to sell because they were expecting $10 plus. So with that, please be lenient on this. Please understand that, to me personally, my opinion around this is the best exit strategy around XRP, because, and it's not even XRP, it's everything. You prepare for the lowest price action, but you're also preparing for the higher price action by getting out, selling at a good, decent area. You already have your initial investment out, so you de-risk yourself, and now you get to hold for any sort of target to be met. So cover all your bases. Make sure that you are preparing for anything to happen. Make sure that you are, really focused on macro resistance as well right now around Bitcoin, because again, we could be still seeing some incredible buy opportunities. I'm not betting against anything in this market. I'm prepared for either scenario, but just please make sure that when the time does come to exit this market, you have your plan in place. You don't even need to follow my plan. You could have your own. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys have more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. So I hope that you all have a beautiful day, beautiful night. If you guys are on this beautiful world, this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.